Alright boys, I've already proven myself as an absolute expert when it comes to European countries. I can name every single one of them on the map, easy peasy, in 2 minutes and something, and that's while giving commentary, so you know I'm good. But I don't like the borders, I don't like the European borders. They keep changing every 3 years, they make no sense, they're very undefendable. Some places have a lot of population, other places don't, and I want to be here to fix that. So let's get started. I downloaded an empty map of Europe, and I think we should probably start with the north. You know, Scandinavia, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and Finland. I know Finland's not part of Scandinavia, but how about you gargle on, my dick? I'm gonna include them in here for the sake of it. They used to be a part of Finland anyway, so hence why I want to include them in there, and it makes most sense to me. So let's get started. I think Denmark is fairly easy. We're gonna stick with what works. Modern day borders are from here to here, but I think that's not generous enough. I think Germany needs to learn to share. So we're gonna be giving this to Denmark. Then though, they do have a historical claim on the tip of the PP over in here of Sweden, and I want to give it back to them because I don't know, the country's too long otherwise, too much coastline to guard for very little population, so I'm gonna do a bit of this. That's also gonna be part of Denmark. Next up, Norway, Sweden, and Finland. I don't like how it is right now. Norway's so long, a lot of coastline to defend, very small amount of population as well. So it doesn't make any sense. If they get invaded, they're gonna instantly die, just like in World War II. Same with Sweden, you know, long boy, kind of PB shaped, unacceptable. We're gonna fix it. So Sweden, there we go. That's a lot better, don't you think? Makes it sure that they have a lot less coastline per population to defend. It's not long shaped, so the people aren't stretched in. Encirclements are less likely to happen. That's why I think this is a good choice. And then obviously Norway, we'll do something like this, right? Denmark, Sweden, Norway. Instead of next to each other, they're on top of each other. That's a bit of spice to it, right? Then next up, Finland. I don't like the border with Russia that they have, where it's like, oh, Russia has this long sliver of land. No, I'm gonna be like, blah, 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 blah. There we go. I'll give it a few wrinkles here and there, so it looks like legit borders. So this is what I'm gonna keep it at. Mostly because it's a lot more defendable if Russia were to invade. It's a lot more defendable instead of like the entire line up here. Russia has a lot of people that can man all of this easily. Finland doesn't have it. That's why a better defendable position. There's also a lot of lakes here still, so they can make do. Next up, what do I want to do? Let's start off with something easy. Spain, Portugal, Catalonia as well. They want independence, and at this point, I don't care. So first off, Iberia, I want separated at the very least. So this line, it stays. For me, it stays. It's very important. Catalonia wants to break free, and they're Dorito shaped, and I don't like Doritos. I think they're overrated. So instead, we're gonna go with the old European tradition and make less lines. That will be Catalonia. And now that we've made that, there's 2 countries left to divide the leftovers with. But the thing is, I don't like the thought of having Poland be a rectangle and then having Spain not be more of a rectangle. So I'm thinking instead of Portugal only being this little rectangle in the corner, I'm gonna give them more land. I'm sure the Spanish will not at all. Well, they'll understand it, I'm sure. So I'm thinking for Portugal, there we go. Portugal will own the west, and then Spain can stay here in the east, or southeast rather. Now France, they're not worthy of lines, so instead we'll draw them with our hands. I like France. There's a lot of cool things to do there, a lot of sites, castles. The only thing that I don't like about France is that there's French people there, and so I think we should reduce the size of France so that there's less French people in France. They'll be in other countries, so they'll hopefully eventually assimilate into whatever country I'll give the French population to. So for France, I'm thinking I'll be generous. Back in the day when Vichy France got established, they lost pretty much all of their coast, so I don't really think that's fair. I'm gonna give them a plenty of coastline. That this will be France, right? Plenty of coastline. That's what they wanted. That's what they didn't have back in World War II. It's a good way to solve it, don't you think? Just in case. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, what am I gonna do next? Well, since we're here, might as well go for Belgium. Belgium, Dorito shaped. Like I said, I don't like it. They do have a bit of a tip on the eastern side, but it's still Dorito shaped. That's unacceptable. And seeing how I split up the borders with France, I'm thinking this is actually a cool way to make a homage to myself, since I live in Belgium. So instead of the Dorito shape, we're gonna do something like this. T-shaped Belgium. Just the way everyone wanted. Holland. They're known for their coastline. They're known for making land out of thin air, digging up sand and stuff. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with them. So I'm gonna give them what they want. They also want a lot of coastline. All the way up to Denmark, because I figured, you know what, maybe they're lonely. They're only bordering Germany and Belgium. Who wants to border those two countries, right? So I'm gonna let them border Denmark as well. Give them all of this coastline right there. That looks very lovely. To the Balkans, right? No, not the Balkans. Let's go to the Baltic first. Let's keep it safe. I don't like the fact that it's split up in 3 countries, so I'm gonna re-establish this right here. I'm gonna re-establish the, what was it again? The Livonian Order, something like that? I don't remember, my history is god awful. The Red Nation. The Red-Purple Nation in EU4, whatever it's called. Livonian Order? Oh yeah, that's right. And modern day Poland. I like those borders, I like to keep them that way. Let's go with that. Next up, who shall we go for? Let's go for Greece. Let's go for Greece, right? I don't like the fact that Turkey owns Constantinople while it's not really attached to it, so I'm gonna have to give it to Greece. Let's pretend that it's naturally formed and not rectangles. There we go. This is gonna be Greece, alright? It looks better that way. A lot of Turks might be upset by it, but look, it just looks cooler that way, alright? I'll make it up with the Turks, don't worry, don't worry. I'll give them something else. I just don't know what yet. Maybe it's herpes, I don't know. I just like the way the Greece looks like this way. But since we're here, we might as well figure out the rest of the Balkans. Albania. I don't like that they're a pill-shaped. I think they were trying to make a circle, but it wasn't successful. So I'm gonna go make them into a circle. There we go. This is gonna be Albania. It's not a perfect circle, but you know what? I have arthritis. I don't, but for the sake of this video, I do. It's a lot easier to explain. It's not at all because I don't have any artistic talents whatsoever. But there we go. It also looks kind of like a World War helmet. So, some bonus points. There we go. That's going to be Albania. Obviously, there's these 2 little islands in here. Well, there's 2 little thingies in here left over. That's going to be New Macedonia. I don't know why. That's the first thing that came up inside of me. It's like New Macedonia. I'm going to call it that. 2 little exclaves in here. Sounds good to me. Then over in here, right next to Albania and Greece, I'm gonna make a top hat shaped. Actually, no, it's a boot. There we go. Who needs a boot of Italy when you have the boot of the Balkans? There we go. This is gonna be Old Macedonia. That's why I made these ones New Macedonia. I feel, you know what? There's some deep lore implications. Someone can make a historical mod out of this or something. I don't know. Or like write history about this. Old Macedonia, New Macedonia. The Old Macedonians had to flee in here. They went through Albania or something. I don't know. There's a cool story in there, I'm sure. But I'm not gonna write it because I am too lazy. But that's gonna be Macedonia. Next up, who else do we have in here? I think Bulgaria. Alright. Bulgaria. They're too square. No? I think they're too square. I usually hate Dorito shapes, and I hate it right now too. So I'm not gonna do it. So instead, I'm gonna make trapezoid shapes. Parallelograms. I don't know how you say that in English, so this is gonna be... There we go. This is gonna be Bulgaria. It looks a lot cooler. Historically, they used to be a parallelogram. How do you say it in English? Let me actually look it up. The parallelogram. Are you kidding me? I bet you be original English people. But it is a parallelogram, I guess. I'll say it with an English accent. So people understand, but these, you know the shape, right? You have math class in primary school, so you know the shape, hopefully. So they're gonna be like that. Obviously, we're left with all of this, and I think it's a great opportunity to give Serbia some land, right? And since we're already have this like jigsaw or like chainsaw type of archetype in here, we're gonna keep going. That's a cool little shape. It also looks kind of like a dinosaur. That's gonna be Serbia. It's gonna be a lot better this way. This current Serbian shape is kind of boring. There we go. I also feel like I'm missing a nation, but whatever. can't be that important, I guess. That's good. I like this Serbian borders. Now next up is Bosnia. Also, Dorito shape. There's too many Doritos in Europe. I don't like it. I'm gonna fix it. So instead of going Dorito shaped, I know exactly what I have to do. Bosnia right there. And this is radioactive wasteland. We don't talk about this. This is radioactive wasteland. That does not exist. No one owns this. This is death. Alright? Next up, since we're here, we'll go for Romania. Okay, so I kind of was very sparing with a lot of land, so I feel like I have a lot of leftover, so I might as well give it all to Romania, right? But I don't want to give them their circle shape. I'm gonna go with a different shape, but which shape will that be? So I'm starting to realize a lot of the borders are gonna look very similar. It's rectangles, you know, very rudimentary shapes or curvatures. And I don't really want that. I want something a bit more unique. So how about, well, over in here we can't really do much. Over here we can't really do much either. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Croatia, I took away their coastline, which is unfair. I'm gonna give them their coastline back. Their sharp incline into land. There we go. And it's also kind of wholesome. It looks like a heart or a V for a victory sign. So that's gonna be Croatia. Next up, you know, I've already demarked these borders. This inward thing is gonna be Romania. Has a more unique shape. Why not, right? Why not? I think I fixed the Balkans with this, right? What else is there left? Oh yeah, Slovenia. They're like a little blob in here. So how about we make them bigger? There we go. That's gonna be Slovenia. They've always been a small boy. Let's make him bigger. Next up, Italy. I don't like the little thingy on the boot. I think it's really silly looking. So you know what? We should double down on the boot format. And that is to say, and there we go. That looks very much like a boot, right? Complete. That's the little fold thingy that's on a boot. Looks good to me. And this over in here is gonna be Monaco. Because why not? Monaco, such a tiny little land. So many rich people in there. You know what? We'll make it worth their time. We'll sell them off a lot of Italian lands. And it looks a lot better this way. The Vatican, I never liked how it's just a tiny little thing compared to the Papal State that used to be around, so I'm gonna make the Papal State once again get their land back. I could give them their full land back over in here with lands in France, but no. I'm gonna give them this whole Papal province. Next up, Luxembourg. Luxembourg? I've seen a mod on the Steam Workshop for Hoi 4 that made Luxembourg very sus, so you know what? Amogus Luxembourg. And you know what? To make it perfect, there we go. There's an even smaller Luxembourg inside of Luxembourg. Looks way better. Also looks like an A. Hey! Wait, I can spell my own name. I didn't even realize that. It started off as a meme, but I can actually do it. But I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not that conceited just yet. I need like at least 2 more subscribers from that. But maybe one day I'll be arrogant enough to do that. Now, next up, what do we got left? UK, Wales, England, Scotland, over in here. And this is gonna be Northern Ireland. And then the Irish island is gonna be united. Everyone happy. I think that's perfect. I think that's absolutely perfect. Next up, Turkey. I did say I was gonna give them land in return because of this, so I'm gonna... What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna give them Armenia because we know what they do if they get Armenia. So I think... I'm sorry, Syria. You're not part of Europe, so I guess I gotta sacrifice you. Absolutely beautiful. You know what? Transcaucasia, you're back to being a thing. Kinda look like a PP. It is what it is. Hopefully you and Armenia and Azerbaijan get along, you know? And don't kill each other. Now, Ukraine. How do I fix it so that Russia and Ukraine stop bitching about each other constantly? Russia wants Ukraine so much, they can have it. This is now Russia. Caucasia is now Ukraine. Everyone's happy. Crimea is its own thing. And it's not going to be called Crimea, it's going to be called... This is Afghanistan from now on. No, actually no. This is Syria. This is Syria. I gave Syria away to Turkey. This is now Syria, right here. I think that's good. Belarus, I don't think it should exist. I don't like the fact that it exists. It's basically just Russia, let's be real. So you know what? Fix it then, in that case. Just gonna add it to Russia. Isn't that... It looks like a chicken now. But there we go. That's Russia now. What else have we got left? Germany. I haven't even considered Germany. They wanted the French land, right? So I'm gonna give him the French land mostly. From now on, this is Germany. Right here. I'll name everything after I'm done. But first off, I want to draw the entire map, so that we're good to go. So that's gonna be Germany. Poland, they never really had coast back in the day, in the Middle Ages. So I'm gonna give him more coast. From now on, this is all Poland. Poland's gonna border the Netherlands, slightly Luxembourg, and Belgium. So I think they're gonna be happy. This is very rich land as well, so that's good. What the hell am I gonna do with this? At this point, I think I'm starting to run out of land. Oh yeah, the Czech Republic, Hungary, Slovakia. I'm gonna do that then. Let's make it easy. I think it's only 3 countries that I'm missing in here, right? The Czech Republic, Hungary, Slovakia. What else am I missing? Slovenia I already have. The Balkans I've already did, I think. This is really difficult to do on top of your head. So you know what? We're gonna design. There we go. The Google Chrome logo. The Czechs, Hungarians on top for some reason, and the Slovakians down below. And they all have cool shapes. Now we have this land over in here. Who do I give it? Am I missing someone? I feel like I am. Mongols, that's right. I'm gonna give this all to the Mongols. They used to be there at some point. It's all part of the Mongols now. That's good to me. Now let's start coloring it all in and giving it its proper names. There we go. I've colored in the parts that matter and that I've divided up. So let's go back all over it to see which country is what, because it's been a while. So let's start off at the top. This is Denmark. Then there's Sweden, Norway, and Finland. The Livonian Order, the Mongols. This is Ukraine and Russia. Then over here we have Afghanistan, Transcaucasia, Desert Wasteland, Turkey, Greece. Now this is where it gets difficult. This purple blob over here is Romania. Then over here is Croatia, because you know we wanted to give them their coastline back, but we stole it away because this is Bosnia right now. It's a square. I didn't manage to color this in properly. I don't know why. The map is being kind of fucky. It is what it is. Now, from here on out, I'm starting to become a bit of a dementia-riddled person, because I'm starting to forget which one was which. I think this was Bulgaria, this was Serbia, Old Macedonia. These two things over here are New Macedonia, Albania being the round boy that it has become in here, then Italy, the Papal State, or the Vatican City, I guess, it's more than a city, France, Catalonia, Spain, and Portugal, Belgium, Luxembourg with Luxembourg inside of it, the Netherlands, Germany. No, this isn't Germany. This is Germany. Oh, dude, I'm starting to forget. This is Poland. And over here, the Google logo is the Czechs, the Hungarians, and the Slovaks, respectively. Slovenia has this big boy over here because they want to be big at some point. So we're gonna let them have this. And Monaco over in here has expanded a lot. This cake over in here as well is the perfect separation, because this way the UK can be happy. We have over in here I don't know, I already forgot. I think it's Wales, England, Scotland, and then Northern Ireland up top. And then this is the Irish Isle united, because you know that looks the best. I don't like this whole Northern Ireland situation. I moved it over to the UK because whatever, right? And that's pretty much it. I think I've named every single one of them. What do you think of the map? I think it looked great. I'm pretty sure it's not going to offend anyone whatsoever. I thought, you know what, we've got to fix Europe. I showed that I can do a lot with my, well, European nation knowledge. So here I am fixing Europe. So I do hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you did. Hopefully I'll see you next time. And hopefully you have a nice day. Bye-bye.